So I want to talk about this concept that I've had in my mind that pertains to transformation, to self-transformation. This is coming from me working on a course, to developing a course to help people find their purpose, find their soul purpose, and through this, I've been asking myself, what is it that really leads to transformation? What is it that actually leads to the specific desired goal that people have? And through this, I've been thinking and reflecting, and I realized that it's not a path. It's not a specific sequential thing. Because if you really think about it, most of the people that succeed, quote unquote, they might succeed, but to be successful and be fulfilled is a different thing. It means to be in line with who you truly are, in alignment with your path, with your soul, with your higher self. And that's one of the realizations that I've had. And so that really means that your path is unique, and your path to your success is one that nobody else can tread. When you walk out of the path of the conventional, of the known, of what society has put as successful, when you walk your own path, you really are going to have to do it by yourself, and you're really going to have to figure out within yourself what is that path. You're carving it as you go, but you're also being led by your intuition. So for me to create a course, for example, a product that sells hey, this is how you find your purpose, this is how you find that path. In reality, the product isn't the solution. What I'm realizing is that it doesn't matter what I give you, whether it be a book, whether it be a course, whether it be coaching, whether it be a video. It doesn't matter what I give you. The true power comes from within the person that's watching me, the person that's consuming. So if you're consuming content and you're looking for the path, you've already lost, right? It's like I remember I was in this one event that was full of people interested in spirituality, and they just kept using this word, container. I want to create a container for people to come in and experience transformation. And to me, it sounded so cringy. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, why are we all saying container, and why is this such a like make it sound so cool? But I guess it makes sense, because in reality, any person who has the intention will find a container to transform themselves. And I guess the thing here, though, is that I realized intuitively that the container isn't really the key. What I'm saying here is that it's not the book, it's not the video, it's not the container, it's not the course. It's not that. It's the intention behind the container. And it's the source. So it's not really, if people were to get to the source of what I found, really all I'm doing is showing you ways, my approach, the things that I went through to be able to realize my truth, to connect to my soul. And whether that be through meditation, exercise, astrology, I was able to integrate all of those things in a way that helped me achieve my goal, which was to align with my soul, to align with a path that truly felt fulfilling, that I could call my soul purpose. And I realized that walking through the modules that I have, creating the outline that I've created for my course, I've realized that it's not going to be the sequential experience that's going to create the transformation. Although yes, like, the transformation is a byproduct of undertaking the course. But in reality, if you're really listening to what I'm saying while I'm teaching, really you don't have to get into the details. It's about you listening to the approach that I took, the mindset that I'm having. I'm providing a perspective that I have adopted that has helped me turn anything into a container. And that's more powerful than the container itself. What I'm trying to give people is truth. And truth is universal. Truth surpasses any service, product, thing that's out there, any detail-oriented thing. because the detail-oriented thing is constantly is fixed. It's this one thing, this one solution that will help you get to the next step, versus the truth is constantly evolving, and it's constantly including, and it takes on a holistic approach. So the goal here is to be able to go through any space in life, any container, and mold that container in a way that will suit your benefit, that will suit your path, that will suit your purpose. So I understand now that the course that I'm creating, yes, it is a container, but at the end of the day, the transformation, it doesn't matter as long as I put it out there, as long as I set something out there that I say, hey, you can actually achieve this thing. This is the way I did it. But I also want to put it out there that this is the way I did it. This is the way that I think would be the best way to do it. But you don't have to finish the course. You don't have to finish the books that you read. You don't have to consume everything. All you have to do is find a way to, you just have to find what suits you. You just have to find the truth that resonates with you. And sometimes I picked up a book and found a sentence, found the thing that really resonated with me, and I never picked it up again. So people get so stuck up on the process, on the path, on the sequencing of things. But it's not about that. It's more, if I were to give somebody, it's more important that somebody has the intention and they will create the transformation. Because it doesn't matter what I do. I can give them a book, I can send them a video, I can send them whatever. They will find the truth that resonates with them within that book, and they will create that transformation. Versus me trying to give a book, me trying to create a book to give people that intention. That is a completely different, I feel like that's what people want. People want the thing because they think that that's the success that will lead into the success that everybody else says they need to be, that they need to take on. People want the thing because they think that it'll take them to the success that everybody else has told them is success, right? So we're living in circles. But when I find a person that just wants to know the truth, that is tired, that is done, and just wants to give their all to something. It's not about giving their all to the product. It's not about giving their all to my coaching. It's not about giving their all to a book, to the process. And when people say the process, what I think, and it's about going all in on yourself. It's about committing to yourself. It's about committing to the process of understanding who you are, of discovering your inner truth. And that should be the goal, right? And it's very simple. So this is for the people who want to understand what leads to self-transformation. What's going to help me evolve as a human being? And it's not the what. It's not the thing that you will see out there. I think it's like and I've heard this somewhere. It's not the fact that you're reading parenting books that you're going to be a good parent. It's the fact that you have the intention to be a good parent that you naturally are inclined to read parenting books. And that's super powerful. That is super powerful when you actually get that. Because for me, it's like I can put as much money into something, as much effort, but I understand that, at least now in the way I approach things, I understand now that at the end of the day, it comes down to me. It comes down to how I want to integrate it. So yes, I'll go into the systems. I'll go into the containers. I guess I'll follow the rules for a given time. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna take something with me from that container, and that will go into myself, which is a much larger container, and it will be molded and integrated into myself in a way that helps me express my truth a lot easier. So when you're going into this process of self-development, of evolution, what matters the most is that you seek the truth and that you seek to connect to yourself. You seek to understand yourself. You have to have that mindset of exploration, that mindset of commitment, that devotion to yourself. And that will allow you to transform any circumstance in your life in something that in the container that you need it to be. Because now I realize it doesn't matter where I'm at. I could be doing my job at the restaurant, or I could be a dancer, or I could be a writer, I could be a spiritual teacher. These are all roles that I'm playing, right? But at the end of the day, I am more than the accumulation of these roles. I am more than the sum of these roles. And I think it's beautiful, because now that I realize that I've created multiple channels so that I can be able to put myself in those containers, in those channels, in those roles, onto the people who are interested in those roles, and help them see the truth that I have found playing that role. And in me expressing my truth within those roles, I will inspire them to stop being slaves to the roles, but begin using the roles as a way to propel themselves forward, to propel themselves in a way that helps them express themselves truthfully, authentically. That's what I wanted to get to. That's what I was saying. It doesn't matter what role, what container you're putting yourself in. It's not the what, it's the how. How are you using this? How is your approach to it? And when you can do that, then you become a creator. You create those roles. You transform them. You redefine them. You integrate them into yourself. And by you entering into a space, you elevate that space through your intention. And that space will not be the same. So hopefully that's helpful. I got work right now. I gotta get back up. So stay lucid. See you on the next one.